What's going on, family? I'm Scrapbookboxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to continue to examine 100 years of World Championship fights. We're looking at Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Vito Antuofermo. Vito Antuofermo is the middleweight champion of the world. Marvin Hagler is ranked number 1 as a contender. And they were getting on in 1979 on the undercard of Sugar Ray Leonard and Wilfred Benitez. Wilfred Benitez is the champion in the welterweight division, and they will be fighting for his WBC welterweight championship strap. So let's take a look and see how this bout played out between Marvin Hagler and Vito Antuofermo for the middleweight championship crown. But first, we're going to look at Marvin Hagler's scrapbook between him and Vito Antuofermo. Now, Vito Antuofermo would fight Marvin Hagler twice. The first time would be in 1979. Vito Antuofermo would take the crown from Hugo Coro, and Marvin Hagler's been calling out Hugo Coro for a few years now. Second time they would fight would be in 1981. Marvin Hagler would defeat Vito Antuofermo, but he wouldn't get any credit because at that time, Sugar Ray Leonard was facing Thomas Hearns, and he was tying up the headlines at that time.
There's a famous man in Antuofermo's corner. In fact, he corrected the wrong scoring that took place in totally poised and confident. He's been carrying around the fly swatter. All over town, it says, Vito the mosquito, I'll swat him like the fly.
That's what happened. Vito Antuofermo was known as the mosquito. And Marvin Hagler was calling him a mosquito, and he was walking around with a fly swatter. Those are some days.
Unchanged. Get inside. Tie up the opponent. And use everything you've got. The head, the shoulders.
Once again, we're taking a look at the scrapbook of Vito Antuofermo and Marvelous Marvin Hagler. There you have it, Vito the mosquito. As Hagler shoots a right jab to the body of Vito Antuofermo. Like I said, this was for the World Middleweight Championship belt. Vito Antuofermo was the middleweight champion at that time.
To the right of your screen. That's what's at stake, the World Middleweight crown. So far, the pattern plain. Antuofermo trying to get inside, tie up the opponent. Pavilion, and we're coming up in just a couple of moments with the middleweight crown fight. Antuofermo against Marvin Hagler. Now, you're going to be looking at, there he is, Vito Antuofermo. A kind of sawed-off body, but one of the roughest customers you'll ever want to find, with enormous stamina. The ring record there in the graphic before you, 45 victories, 39-19 by KOs. And there, as we go to Marvin Hagler, there he is. Felt by so many in New England to have been unjustly deprived of a championship shot for a long, long time. But Hagler, with his record before you, dynamite, as I have said earlier, in either hand, a skilled boxer, a man who was originally a southpaw, converted to the orthodox style. Here's the referee, or rather the ring announcer, Chuck Hull.
The next fight of the afternoon, the judges are Dalby Shirley, Al Miller, and Dwayne Ford. The referee is Mills Lane. The attending physician at ringside, Dr. Donald Romeo. The timekeeper is Ed O'Toole. Counting at the knockdowns, Mike Morobino. This is a feature attraction of the afternoon. 15 rounds of boxing for the undisputed middleweight championship of the world. Introducing in the blue corner, weighing in at 158 1/2 pounds, the challenger, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And in the red corner, introducing from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in also at 158 1/2 pounds, the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Vito
heard Chuck Hull, the ring announce. The fight almost ready to begin. Now, as they get in for the instructions, there is the tail of the tape. No real age differential, minor height differential, weight exactly the same, important reach differential favoring Hagler. So be it. The two of them eyeing one another in the middle of the ring. And right there, looking on interestedly, is the brilliant 23-year-old unbeaten welterweight Sugar Ray Leonard. And very much underrated, enormously so, a brilliant fighter, Wilfred Benitez, the WBC welterweight champion. Remember that fight coming up tonight. But right now, back to this fight. It's a 19-6 by 19-6 ring. 10-point must system in scoring. Mandatory 8 count on knockdowns. No standing 8 counts. The 3 knockdown rule waived. They are fighting with Reyes gloves. 8 ounce, of course. And first round action. Antuofermo is not a stylist. He is a rough customer. He knows how to use his arms, his shoulders, his head. And he relies on his tremendous stamina. Comes on strongly in the late rounds. Hagler is a stylist. He is a good boxer. I mentioned that he was a natural southpaw converted, but you will see him convert in the middle of a fight, as Davey Armstrong of Olympic fame has done. This is a night when challengers enter the ring as favorites. Antuofermo, the champ, a big underdog to Hagler. A similar situation, although that was changing late today, with Benitez against Leonard. First round action, and you see Hagler with the right lead. Referee in the bout is Mills Lane. He has no voice in the scoring. The 3 judges do. They are Dolby Shirley, Hal Miller, and Dwayne Ford. Likes to fight. Brawl, maul, pull the opponent, wear him down. Antuofermo with a right lead there. Good left there. First really good blow of the fight. Hagler getting that right in. Wants to keep using that reach advantage. You'll hear the bell for the end of the round in just seconds. We're back live. Round 2 just underway. World Middleweight Championship at stake. No division here. Both WBC and WBA versions. Hagler to the right of your screen, the challenger, the predominant favorite. In the first round, fighting southpaw style, he was the more effective. He got in a good left, as you saw, against Antuofermo. This is a good size ring, a lot of room to work with. And Hagler now putting his jab, his right blade jab, effectively together with an occasional left in combination. Antuofermo using his tactics, the tactics that brought him the crown against Hugo Caro in Monte Carlo, a bout we did at the end of June of this year. See that right lead getting in there? Crowd mistook that a little can operate with his style and poise as a boxer, and knowing that both hands are power laden.
Marvin Hagler is moving around beautifully. Popping that right jab. And that's his most potent weapon. See, Marvin Hagler can do many things with those weapons. He can pop the jab up and down. He can shoot it straight. He can target it so that he can get his left hand through. And he can hook to the body with that right hand. And uppercut, as you can see. He even shot a left hook. Beautiful fighter was Marvin Hagler. Knew his distance, knew his range, and can bang with you. He can throw hands with you in the middle of the ring. Oh, beautiful right uppercut after he slipped the jab of Vito Antuofermo. And keep in mind, Marvin Hagler is the contender, Vito Antuofermo is the champion.
Vito with a good down the right.
Give me the bucket.
There's a famous man in Antuofermo's corner. In fact, he corrected the wrong scoring that took place in Monte Carlo and saved the title decision for Antuofermo. Freddie Brown. That's he in the green shirt. And in the corner, they are telling Antuofermo to maul him. There's Marvin Hagler in his corner.
I met Freddie Brown. Very wise man when it comes to boxing. He was in the corner of Rocky Marciano.
Caparotto and Steve Wainwright also in the corner. Hagler totally poised and confident. He's been carrying around a fly swatter. All over town it says, Vito the Mosquito, I'll swat him like a fly. But there is Antuofermo quickly following his corner's instructions and seeking to maul the opponent. Third round action. Fighting mainly southpaw style is Hagler with the steady right lead. Look for him to mix that up as the fight progresses.
Oh, beautiful left hand. And right jab to follow by Marvin Hagler.
And that left is dynamite. Antuofermo's tactics unchanged. Get inside. Tie up the opponent and use everything you've got. The head, the shoulders. Mills Lane parts them.
Oh, very nice 1-2 by Marvin Hagler.
Again. Right and the left in combination. Minute to go in the round. Left in the round. Antuofermo at it again. Let him run into it. While Antuofermo's tactic became successful against Caro, it does not appear, at least at this early stage, to be effective against Hagler. End of the round at hand. Back live in underway. Marvin Hagler, the favorite, the challenger against Vito Antuofermo. Hagler to the right of your screen. That's what's at stake, the world middleweight crown. So far, the pattern plain. Antuofermo trying to get inside, tie up the opponent, maul, brawl with him. But Hagler effectively staying away, boxing beautifully and with punching power. Dominant in the first 3 rounds.
Look at that right jab by Marvin Hagler. Nice jab by Vito Antuofermo.
The bridge of Antuofermo's nose, right between the eyes, is markedly red. There's no flow of blood as yet, but clearly it is red and soft. And it's soft from that kind of right lead. We saw Hagler get in there again and again tonight in the pattern of this fight. Fighting mainly southpaw style. Now the blood has begun to flow. See that right get in there. He is really chewing up Antuofermo at this point. Vito is not a mosquito. Oh, that Antuofermo head got up into Hagler's chin there. That's what Hagler must be very careful about. We are coming to the end of round 4. There have been no knockdowns. Hagler again with that quick shot right in there, followed by the quick left. We'll go to Antuofermo's corner at the end of the corner. Getting worked over now. 4 rounds gone past. They go right to work.
Give me the bottle of water. Give me the bottle of water. More pressure in here. I got it.
Freddie Brown in the green shirt, working him over.
Get close to pull him into the ropes.
You pull him into the ropes. Did you hear that earlier? He said more pressure, more pressure.
Get it up in the front.
It's not true.
Go get it now.
In control. Just bend control like
Here,
There's Hagler's corner. He's getting the ice treatment on the...
So that you know, a recognizable voice.
Tremendously
Give me a bottle of
confident
water.
fight. And certainly very impressive thus far tonight. One of Vito's last statements in the corner. I'll go get him now. Let's see if he can. Again, he's following the corner's instructions. More pressure. Oh, right lead caught Hagler, and it hurt him.
Hagler was caught with the right lead. So they now want Hagler to throw body shots. They want to slow Vito Antuofermo down. But Hagler was definitely caught with a right hand.
Hagler got in his own right there. There is a piece of elastic of the glove, piece of bandage apparently, and it was just cut off by Hagler's corner. Quickly and abruptly stunned by a Hagler right. Antuofermo, from his point of view, there's Hagler again, suddenly responding with punches. But that tough little cookie from Brooklyn, Vito Antuofermo, keeps trying to come on. This has turned out to have shifting tides of fortune that didn't seem possible in the light of Hagler's dominance in the early going. still with that head lodged in. Good left by Hagler.
Oh, beautiful left hand by Hagler.
Stunning left by Hagler.
Vito Antuofermo can take a punch. No question about it.
Now scoring against Antuofermo, but still Antuofermo comes on. And the blood flows from the cut in the right corner of Hagler's.
Now this is the undercard of Sugar Ray Leonard and Wilfredo Benitez, Las Vegas, Nevada.
This is 14th round action.
Benitez and Leonard is fighting for the WBC Welterweight Championship belt that is held currently
Stripe that envelops boxing.
by Wilfredo Benitez.
Blacks, WBA and WBC. Blood on Vito's left shoulder is Hagler's blood. Let's go to Hagler's corner. There's Marvin Hagler. See, they're going right to that eye. Guys swollen. Have to wonder how much or if vision has been impaired. Now let's go to Vito's corner.
Vito.
He always looks
3 minutes.
like he's been beaten up to death.
Wake up.
But
3
somehow,
minutes. You gotta
that
go on the
little
way.
cookie keeps coming on, coming on. Look at that battle-scarred face.
You gotta finish this so you run strong.
Panama loose.
Right hand of the gym.
Started out as a cakewalk. You see the blood over Vito. I mentioned that it's not a pretty thing, that it's the blood of Hagler.
Said, "Give me the bottle."
Over the eye. And this is it, the final round. They touch gloves.
It's for all the marbles. Middleweight Championship rounds. And the 15th and final round for the WBC and WBA Middleweight Championship crown.
Hagler with the right and the left that constituted the clean.
Oh, good uppercut thrown by Marvin Hagler.
Vito answering right back. Hagler missing. The crowd has gotten its money's worth with this one. Vito, you saw him score. Hagler's right eye. Miss. Hagler coming right back, though. That's the beauty of this fight. Every time, and it's been this way from the 8th round on, you think the fighter is going to control the pace and the action his way.
Oh,
It will just
good body punch
suddenly
thrown
switch.
by Marvin Hagler. And Vito Antuofermo was in the fight.
One thing is clear.
Oh, good uppercut thrown by Marvin
Vito
Hagler.
rocked by a Hagler uppercut.
I gave Hagler the last 3 rounds. Oh,
Vito's left arm.
beautiful right hand thrown by Marvin Hagler.
Hagler using the uppercut. Then
Hagler is dominating this round.
with clean, sharp blows.
He won't let Vito grab him.
Antuofermo doesn't go down. And Hagler a little bit arm and leg weary. Look at that. Not pretty, is it? There is nothing stylish about Vito. But there is effectiveness. 1 minute left to go in the fight. Vito coming back now. This will not, I don't think, be the easiest fight in the world to score. Two very tired
Oh
men,
my God, good
but
punches
Hagler
thrown by
now
Marvin Hagler.
throwing the leather, and with the cleaner blows. Antuofermo
Fermo comes back.
now.
Oh, and Hagler comes back.
Less than 30 seconds left. Antuofermo now.
Both these men want this title. Vito wants to defend it, and Hagler wants to earn
The
it.
best he can. Tough to referee an Antuofermo fight. Now it's Hagler. Toe to toe.
The crowd stands because they realize this has been one hell of a fight.
Look at the crowd.
Oh, good right hand thrown by Hagler.
Stand has won the end of the fight. Maybe he has, but it was no cakewalk. And Antuofermo feels that he has won it. His arms upraised. He feels his last 7 rounds, the way he fought, entitled him to the decision. You folks have seen it. You decide. And then let's hear the call. Don't forget, coming up after this, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it'll be Galindez against the Hoosier, Marvin Johnson of Indiana. And then after that, it will be the cunning, the canny, counterpuncher, who slips rights better than maybe any boxer I have ever seen, Wilfred Benitez, against Sugar Ray Leonard, who, though 2 years older than Wilfred, has not been fighting champions for the years that Wilfred has. You're looking at Hagler. He's back to dancing now around. We're awaiting the decision. Chant of the crowd for Vito. Vito uplifting his arms. He's copying some of that Ali stuff himself now, I guess. Remember the one he beckoned to Hagler? I wonder if they're going to call this thing a draw. Should that be the case, Antuofermo retains his title.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the decision of the judges. Judge Dolby Shirley scores 144, 142, Antuofermo. Judge Dwayne Ford scores 145, 141, Marvin Hagler.
1-1. Let's see how this thing goes.
Watch the crowd get silent.
Miller scores 143 Hagler, 143 Antuofermo.
Oh, draw.
The decision is a draw.
It's a draw.
Antuofermo is
How Cusell is
Vito
correct.
retains the title. One more, they call it a
Unbelievable.
draw.
I gave Hagler that victory.
Hagler absolutely disgusting. Well, you can understand his emotions, but you've got to give it to that man. He did come on strongly. He changed, as I said, the pace and flow of the contest. You can see it happening from the 8th round on. And so, he retains his middleweight championship of the world. News brief. All right, we're back at ringside, Las Vegas, Nevada. And right with me here and now is the still middleweight champion of the world. First of all, Vito, congratulations. You're about as tough and game a cookie as there is in the ring. Secondly, your fights are now assuming a pattern. The other guy builds up a lead in the early going. You have the stamina and come on in the late.
It's true, but a week ago I was going to pull out of this fight. I had very bad cold. As you see, I was coughing in the ring. But thank God at my win, I came on strong at the end like I expected to. But not like I really wanted to. But in the future, I hope to give him a rematch because he's a good fighter. And I guess he deserves a rematch in the future.
Well, let's go back to your disclosure. Because nobody really knew that a week ago you were contemplating pulling out of this fight.
Yeah, it's true. You know, a lot of people underestimate me. Like you underestimated me in a fight against Coro. Coro is a very shrewd guy. Matter of fact, I find Coro much difficult than this guy. But this guy, I guess he was a little tougher than Coro. But Coro is a lot difficult. I would rather fight this guy more than I would fight Coro.
That's another interesting point, too. Did you sense that you had begun to change the pace and the flow and the control of the fight from about the 8th round on?
Yes, because they told me that I was losing the fight. up to the 8th round. So he says, you got to get moving. But my wind wasn't as good as I wanted to be. But I guess I pulled it out.
You sure did. At least you got enough to retain your title. Congratulations again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
My trainer, Freddie Brown, does good cuts. Does a good job on the cuts in the corner. And Panama Lewis to get me in shape for this fight. And my man, Tony Carione. And also Ray Rica.
All right. Now I have to move it on. You understand. Congratulations to you all, especially you, Freddie Brown. So that's the picture. Vito and Antuofermo.